You didn't start your business just to survive. You started it for freedom. But if your business stops the moment you stop working, you really don't have freedom. You just have another job. Now, the truth is your business can be the greatest wealth building machine that you'll ever own, but only if you learn how to make it pay you first. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how to turn your business from a cash-eating hustle into a wealth-creating asset that funds your freedom, your future, and your legacy. Hi, I'm Yvonne Bramble. I'm a business and finance coach, and I help entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you to scale to six figures with clear strategies, simple systems, and a powerful money mindset so that they can build profitable businesses that support their lifestyle and purpose. My clients go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to leading businesses with clarity and confidence, and I want that for you too. Let me tell you a little story. When I first became an entrepreneur, I treated my business like an income source, not a wealth system. And there's a difference. You see, everything that I earned went right back out into tools, taxes, bills, and subscriptions. So it came in and then came back out, right? So it was really income, right? Income enough to pay the bills, enough to cover costs, but not wealth, you see? Then one day I asked myself, if my business disappeared tomorrow, what would actually... Then I asked myself, if my business disappeared tomorrow, what would I actually have to show for all of this effort? That was my wake-up call. I realized that I had built income, not wealth. Okay? And from that moment, I shifted from make more money to build financial systems that make money work for me. Okay? So it's a shift in perspective, but that shift is critical. It's crucial because what you focus on grows. And so what I focused on before was, okay, I need to make more money, and I make more money. I did, right? The only thing is, it wasn't building true wealth until I shifted to, okay, build financial systems that make money work for me, right? And that makes it go into the next level. That's the next level I want you to start thinking in. So once I did that, everything changed. Stability, peace of mind, and a business that finally started paying me. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you 4 business coaching tips on how to use your business as a wealth building machine. Okay, let's dive right in. Business coaching tip number 1 is build profit into your business model. So profit isn't a reward at the end, it's a responsibility from the start. So wealthy entrepreneurs don't hope for profit, they plan for it. Now, one practical way that you can apply this is by following this simple profit allocation formula every time money comes in. 50% for operating expenses, 30% for owner's pay, 15% for taxes, and 5% for profit. And now you want to immediately move that 5% into a separate profit account before spending anything else, even if it's just $50. And this habit is going to rewire your money behavior. It's going to teach your business to keep money instead of constantly releasing it. So one client hadn't paid herself a profit in 2 years. What we did is we implemented this 5 profit first rule. 4 months later, she had $4,000 saved, money that she didn't even miss in her day-to-day operations. And she said, for the first time, I feel like my business works for me, not the other way around. And that leads me to business coaching tip number 2, which is pay yourself like a CEO, not an employee. You see, entrepreneurs often wait to pay themselves, but real CEOs, they plan to. You see, paying yourself first is not selfish, it's strategic. So what you want to do is you want to choose a consistent owner's pay percentage, even if your income fluctuates, okay? So for most service-based businesses, that's 30% of revenue. And so what you want to do is set up, pick your percentage and set up automatic bi-weekly transfers from your business to your personal account, just like a paycheck. And what this does is it gives you financial predictability and helps you make clear personal budgeting decisions. So when you treat yourself like a CEO, you lead your business with confidence, not desperation. I had a client who used to pay herself whatever was left, like most entrepreneurs do. And some months that meant nothing. So what we did is we created a 30% owner pay system, and within 90 days, she said she finally felt like I owned a real business, not just a busy side hustle. And her consistency created calm, and her calm increased profit, okay? And that leads me to business coaching tip number 3, which is you want to use profits to build assets, not just pay expenses. So use your profits to build assets, not just pay expenses. So your business creates income and your assets create wealth. That's the difference, okay? So the bridge between the two is intentional profit flow. So for example, each quarter take a percentage of your profit account and move that into long-term wealth building assets. Like what? Well, like investments like ETFs, index funds, or an SEP IRA for the advantages of that retirement account. Real estate property is another one, or REITs, REITs, right? So REITs, those are also an option if you are not really into rental properties. I personally have bought rental properties and managed them myself, and also used property managers, so I'm very familiar with the real estate experience, and it's not for the faint of heart. If you don't want to get a phone call in the middle of the night that a refrigerator is broken or an AC is down and have to deal with that, then look for other ways. Maybe I'll do a video just on real estate property ownership and how to manage that. But definitely make sure that when you allocate money and funds into an asset, that it's going to enable you to continue to maintain the lifestyle that you want. It could be really fun, and it could be very rewarding. In fact, one of my rental properties was in a very nice little town in South Florida called Sebastian. It's a cute little town. I loved it. It reminded me of Ohio. I used to live in Ohio, and it's a nice rural little town. It's a beach town. It's right next to the beach. Anyways, after a few years of having it rented, the people that were renting the property from me wanted to buy, and I was actually considering putting it up for sale. And sure enough, I was able to help them to get their first family home, and that was very rewarding for me. It was nice. It's very smooth. Certainly, I made a profit out of it, but it was a win-win. And so, and I was able to build really nice relationships from that. They were easy tenants, and so you just got to be smart when looking for tenants. So I digress. That real estate is a whole topic in and of itself. It's very fun. Okay, so another asset, going back to the kinds of assets you can buy, is digital assets, right? So online courses, ebooks, or passive income products. That's a good one. So the goal is simple. Make every dollar your business earns go to work by building something bigger than just use it to pay bills. Okay? So, one client began taking 10% of her quarterly profit and investing it in dividend-paying ETFs. By the end of her first year, her portfolio earned $1,200 in passive income. Okay? And she told me, that's money my business made while I was on vacation. And that's the power of turning profit into assets. You really, really want to get smart about things. Even real estate, once you pay that off, that's thousands of dollars a month in passive income. That, and you know what, they call everything passive income, but nothing truly is passive. There is some type of effort. Even if you put your money in the stock market, you got to watch it. Okay, so nothing's truly passive, but when I say passive income, it's something that is definitely not something that you have to expend as much effort as your business. Okay, so that leads me to business coaching tip number 4, which is protect and leverage your wealth. You see, wealth isn't just about growing it, it's about protecting it. So in order to do this, you want to set up a 3 to 6 month business emergency fund. Okay. Secondly, set up a proper business insurance. For example, Insurance includes liability, income protection, right? And then third, you want to work with a trusted tax strategist or CPA that's really going to help you to legally keep more of what you earn. And there's a lot of money on the table that you leave on the table every year just because you simply don't know the tax law, the tax codes that are actually there to work in your favor as an entrepreneur and small business owner. Okay, so you got to work with the right people. Some people work with a CPA and are expecting tax strategies from a CPA, and generally CPAs are not going to provide that. You know, that's more of a focused skill set that a tax strategist will do. So know the difference, okay? Now, protection is what allows you to scale with confidence, because growth without protection is risk, not wealth. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, one of my clients used to panic every time an unexpected expense hit. So what we did was we built her a 4-month business reserve. And 6 months later, when her revenue dipped, she said, "This time I didn't panic, I had a plan." Okay, and that's what I want for you. I don't want you to panic. You shouldn't have to. Okay, we want to systematize things and set you up for success with a plan. Okay, so that you're in the control seat, you're in the driver's seat. So that's what real financial freedom feels like. Okay, that's what financial freedom feels like. Now, let's take these coaching tips and put them into practice. You know, knowledge only becomes power when you take action. So your action step is to set up 3 new accounts this week. Okay, a profit account, a pay yourself account, and that's your CEO salary, and a wealth growth account for investments and long-term goals, okay? What you want to do is determine what percentage you want to allocate to each one of these accounts. And every time money enters into your business, you want to allocate funds immediately. And you're going to be amazed how quickly wealth starts to grow once you give it structure. See, that's all we need. I wish someone had told me that in the beginning. That's all we need is support in providing more structure, because we've got all these great ideas, right? But now we just need to firm it up. And that's what I'm here for. Now, if today's strategy resonated with you and you want to go deeper with live group coaching and a community of like-minded entrepreneurs and small business owners really working on the same journey as you, click the link in the description box below and join the 6-Figure Business Society and start scaling smarter. Now, to recap. Your business isn't just an income stream, it's your wealth engine. It's a wealth building machine. If you switch your perspective, okay, and you have a strategy. So when you plan for profit, pay yourself first, and build assets from your earnings, now your business becomes the foundation of lasting freedom. Okay, it doesn't become a headache and a source of stress. No, because you've been strategic about it. You see? Now, inside my Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy, this is a self-paced online program, so you can work within the program at your own pace, right? And I'm going to help you through that design these exact money systems so that you can turn your business into a predictable wealth building machine. The link is in the description box below to enroll. I'm really excited for you. If you're serious about this, go ahead and enroll, and I'll be there to support you along the way. Now, thanks for watching. If you've got any value from this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who will benefit from this business coaching. It just takes a second. And it adds so much value, not just for this channel to grow, but also for other like-minded individuals that can use this free information. Now, if you're ready to start building wealth that lasts beyond you, you won't want to miss the next video. It's called Why Generational Wealth Starts with Decisions You Make Today. And that is so important. I'm looking down because I'm looking at the pictures of my kids. They went to a pumpkin patch this week. It was the cutest thing, and the teacher, she's really sweet. She took pictures of the kids in their pumpkin patch, and I always have their pictures in my home office because it's a solid reminder when times get tough, when I'm having a bad day, what this is all about, right? This is bigger than me. This is not just about me. This is bigger than me. This is for my family. Right? This is to become that that person in the family that changes it for everybody, right? That sets a new direction, sets a new tone for my children to be set up for success. That's why this next video is very, very near and dear to me. Why generational wealth starts with the decisions you make today. And I'm really excited to see you on the next video. Click here to watch. Oceans of love. Till next time, my friends.